There's some nice bucks moving around. Antlers coming around nicely. And here's a little picture of a rare late fawn. And old Dirty Dan, he's still showing off. Welcome to the foothills of the Smoky. Another chapter of As the Ridge Turns here in East Tennessee. It looks like the hot dog days of summers are starting up. It's a virtual jungle here on these woods, but it's so beautiful. And we've had a little rain, and the pond's doing okay, but it's so hot. So friends, enjoy yourself. Let's see what stepped in front of the camera last week. They're moving around pretty good. So get your favorite drink, relax, and let's see what's going on. Well, out in the woods, I am filming some good does, little groups. Some does don't have no fawns behind them, and some does. But there was a lot more fawns seemed like last year than there was this year. But they're browsing all in these woods. And there's old Dirty Dan out in the woods, prowling around. There's probably something growing that he likes to eat on. He's moving on through. And there's old Yeller, the one-eyed cat that thinks he's a bobcat, coming down the rock. And there's little old Chucky, the ground squirrel, or chipmunk, whichever one you want to call him. And there's a beautiful little cardinal. And there's old Woody. He has to say hi to thrush. And them young bucks, you're liable to see them anywhere. They're all over the place. Now, there's old Dirty Dan coming down the rock. He's got to say hi. And he's got a smile on his face. And there's old Ricky. He's prowling in the rock. Wonder what he's feeding on. And down in the cedars, well, that ain't Dirty Dan. That's one of his kin. Notice the groundhog hole down in there. Here down the cedars, little covey of doves down here. They like these seeds out of these cedars, and the bugs too. And up on the ridge, deer moving down the trail. Those young bucks. Out in the woods, here is a rare glimpse of a late season fawn. I hope it survives. I swear I do. Ain't it beautiful and so precious? So late in the season too. Down at the pond, you can see these bucks. Antlers are getting bigger by the day. And there's some nice ones too. And they run around in little groups. And they love this pond. They're running everywhere. Now there's a doe. And she's got a pond with her. But they like to hide in these weeds. There he is. Growing up good. And these old bucks, they love this pond. All these different grasses. They can hide and lay down in them. And they like to run around in little groups. All different sizes. And they're curious too. And the does love it too. And Mommy will let her young come out a little bit. There's a rare glimpse of him. Ain't he pretty? Looking for Mom, I guess. And back at the tree, there's old Dirty Dan. Love this scent bush there, scratching on it. He's going out, prowling around. But he don't stay long on these hot days. He's going back to the house. He gets back there, he's gonna lay down. Fixing to rain on him. And there's old Ricky on his favorite perch. But between him and Woody, they love his perch. Late in the evening, there's old Yaller moving through the rocks again. Out for the night. Now here's a newcomer. Never seen this one before. Looks like socks, but it's not black. I don't know. Different cat. There's your coons coming down off the den tree. And they gotta say hi. Can't help it. And the whole family's moving through. All the youngsters, look here. That's all I caught of it. And there's old Fox moving up the ridge. And the old Coyotes too. They on the prowl. And they're on the prowl everywhere. Whatever they can get a hold of. Old Charlie the Coyote. But old Rocky here, there ain't no coyote gonna take down no healthy coon by itself, I can tell you that. And there's old Wishbone moving around on these trails. And there's old Flat Top on another trail. And out in the woods, a deer still prowling around all night long. Always forward. And down in the cedars, there's a skunk going by. Looks like Flash. And there's old Willie down in the cedars, prowling around. I guess he wants some of them bugs. And here's old Sidewinder. Bless his heart. He's down in the cedars too. Here he is again, coming back. Old Sidewinder. Now here is an owl. I will get some better pictures if I can just, good Lord willing, the camera down in these cedars. These old gray horned owls, we call them hoot owls. There's one right there at the edge of the camera. Now here he is right on the camera, but it's not a good picture. But I will in time. I've got a few weeks, maybe to the end of August. When these katydids quit chirping, they'll go back to the big woods. But they're down here feeding on it. There's a good picture of one turning around. They stand knee high. Big old thing. And back in the rock, deer still prowling around all night long, just browsing. Now, that looks like Rocky moving through. That don't look like Rocky too. And there's old Willie coming through. But Sidewinder's not behind him. There's old Willie moving on down the rock. Still no Sidewinder. And up at the rock, motel, coon moving through, that's about it. There's Sidewinder moving through the woods. Bless his heart, I'd say he has a hard time keeping up with Willie sometimes. There's old Willie on the ridge. And I'd say old Sidewinder has a hard time sometimes just keeping up though with it. There's no box up on the ridge. Back at the pond, nothing don't run them off. These little coons will feed here all night. They love this pond. Dig and scratch. Up into that or dawn. Up in the morning. They'll stay right there till something runs them off. Gets too hot up in the morning, they'll quit. Now back at the rock at dawn, caught pictures of old Dirty Dan out prowling around. Edge of daylight. It's like a wet morning, don't it? He just checking things out. Wondering if he should go on out in this rain or give it a break. Guess he'll wait it out. Out in the woods, old turkey off the roost. The old gobbler, Big Tom. And does out browsing too after a rainy morning. Love these leaves. And the young bucks, you just liable to see them anywhere. But it's time for the squirrels. They got their own business. They're so comical. Here he is feeding old woodpecker wearing something out up there in front of him. But that don't stop him. Now he's got to find something. Digging up something. That's so precious. Well, that's just what stepped in front of the cameras this last week. So tune in next week as the ridge turns, and we'll see what shows back up, what's new and what ain't. So y'all take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you next time.